Airbnb is changing the travel business big time, the same way that Craigslist shook up classified ads. The website connects people who want to rent out a living space to travelers who need a place to stay. So in just 4 years, Airbnb has grown into one of the world's largest online marketplaces. Co-founder and CEO, that would be Brian Chesky, is here in Studio 57. Hello, Brian Chesky.
Hello.
And congratulations to you, because this is so cool. So it's my understanding this company started, as many companies do, with a personal issue for you that you were trying to solve.
Yeah, I was living in San Francisco with my roommate, Joe, and we didn't have enough money for rent, and I think I had $1,000 at the bank, and one weekend, this international design conference was coming to San Francisco. All of the hotels in the city of San Francisco were sold out, so we had this idea. What if we turned our home into a bed and breakfast for the conference? Yeah. Of course, we didn't have any beds, but we had some air beds. We inflated them, and we called it the Air Bed and Breakfast. And we ended up hosting 3 people from around the world, and this idea literally grew out of our living room, and it's now been spreading city by city, and it's now in 30,000 cities all over the world. People are renting homes and apartments.
And how big is it compared to big hotel chains in terms of the number of rooms you can offer?
We can offer about 300,000 homes, or all over the world, close to 500,000 rooms.
And what's the experience you want to create? You have something that you want to do for people.
What we want to do is provide incredibly local and personal experience when you travel. The idea is people love homes. That's why they live in them.
Yep.
Well, what if you could feel like you were at home anywhere in the world, and you could do this and offer a value that's like equivalent or even better than a hotel? And it's as easy to book a home as to book a hotel online.
Are people going to run into trouble because of state laws in different states?
Well, we're in 30,000 cities, hundreds of thousands of neighborhoods. They all have different rules. At the end of the day, we really want to empower people to be able to rent out their space, and we ask them to learn about their local rules and regulations, and we want to cooperate with cities to be able to help people do this.
But you had a kerfuffle in New York recently where they were accused of, listen, you can't sublet your apartment. So how do you get around that kind of thing? Well, where people don't get into trouble with the laws of the state?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about educating our community about what the rules are, and then educating cities about who we are, what we're doing. Ultimately, we want to empower people, and we have thousands of people around the world that are making incredibly meaningful amount of revenue. We've helped thousands of people stay in their homes.
Does somebody go and check out the room or the house before they go online?
Yeah, so we have 3,000 professional photographers. We pay for the service. If you want to rent your home, you can just press a button and somebody comes over to your house. They can photograph your home for free. And then when you go online, you basically see photos and you say, this is exactly the way it looks online.
Well, I can vouch for that. As of this past weekend, my son was in Hong Kong. He got a 1-bedroom apartment, Brian, for $158. He couldn't believe it. It delivered everything that you said it would. And you helped your mom's dream come true.
Yeah, I remember when I was like...
Less than 30 seconds.
I think I was maybe 5 years old. I asked my mom, what's your dream? She said, one day I want to go to Paris. And last summer, I was able to take her to Paris for the very first time. We stayed in the center of the city in an apartment.
Thank you, Brian.
Go Brian Chesky. Mom must be proud.